Hailing from Puerto Vallarta, four-piece Mexican rock band The Beast have been firing up audiences since they first started playing together back in 2011. They've built up a reputation as one of the best rock bands in Puerto Vallarta, but they've also been trying to attract a new fan base here in Canada over the past few years. The group has settled in Canada for the past 5 months as they tour around the country before they head back to Mexico for the tourist season. I'm happy to welcome singer Wario Hernandez Torres to CKUA this afternoon.
Thank you so much, Lisa.
Hi, Wario. Thank you so much again for swinging by. First off, tell me about your decision to spend, the past few months in Canada and to play shows. How did it come about?
Well, when I started the band in Puerto Vallarta, I always envisioned to travel a little bit more with the band than just stay around in Puerto Vallarta. Mm-hmm. And that because I started introducing myself, or people introduce me to people from other countries, and especially from Canada, because if you don't know, in Puerto Vallarta there is a big community of Canadians mm-hmm. and Americans, but mostly Canadians, and I start getting into friendship with a lot of people from Canada. Sometimes they invited me, or not like an invitation, but more like hey, why don't you try to come to Canada and play with your band or yourself? And that's when the idea came out. And when I started knowing more people, my English started evolving more, mm-hmm. and I could communicate and interact with more people because of the language. I met some musicians that they play around Calgary. And through them, I started knowing more musicians from the first time we came in 2017.
So this isn't the first time that you've spent a few months in Canada, or is this the longest you've been in the country to play your music?
Yeah, this is the longest period of time that we spent in Canada, because in 2017 it was only 3 months, 2018 and longer too, 3 months and a half. Then 2019 we came for 4 months, and the pandemic started, so we didn't come, but last year we came again for another 4 months, and this time we decided to do it longer because, now I have a relationship that she is based here in Calgary, so I always wanted to spend more time here.
Yeah,
of course.
So that connection to Calgary, that kind of keeps you coming back. And any plans to maybe relocate here?
No, actually, she is the one who said, I want to move to Puerto Vallarta because it's very cold here in the winter time.
We're getting to those months now, yeah. How easy or difficult was it to get your bearings here? Did, were people helpful right away? Did people take to your band, or was it a bit of a struggle to get people to come and see you? And
can I mention names?
Sure.
Okay, so there is one person who invited me and connected me with more people here, which is Merv Gavin from Lethbridge. And he connected me with different places that he knows the people who own them, right? Picture Butte, Lethbridge, Milk River, Amazing Hat. And through him and other friends from here, which is Greg Cox and Tim from his band Timothy J, they connected me to other venues here, and then from there I start meeting more and more musicians and more people involved with the musical community here in Canada. Then I met there's people from Manitoba or Winnipeg, and the musical community in Winnipeg is huge, mm-hmm. and they are very supportive. So through them I started expanding more the horizon that I was looking at, right? Because for me, like not knowing the country, which is huge, for me it was only Vancouver, Calgary, Edmonton, Toronto,
right,
and then Winnipeg. And from Winnipeg, most of the musicians that I know are from Winnipeg, Toronto, or Calgary.
Yeah. And I noticed too, so I saw you at Mikey's on the weekend in Calgary, and I noticed too there was a large group of Mexican music lovers there who, mm-hmm. Is there the community here that you found as well?
Yes, there's something very particular that happens here in Calgary. The Latin community and the Mexican community, they are very, very tight. very together. And there's a few bands that I know that they have large followers. Like if they were playing in Mexico, like, and every time I see them in videos, I see them with a room full of Latin people, Mexicans and Colombians, and from everywhere around Latin America, and they are very supportive of that music, the rock in Spanish. That's why we play in Mikey's. We play more in Spanish than usual. Normally, we play lots of American music, lots of Canadian music, and our original songs, which are in English and Spanish. And but it's something that it's very particular of Calgary. In Calgary, the Latin community is huge. So I find it interesting to come to play here, and I have lots of friends. Sergio from Furia, he's one of my friends and biggest supporters here in Calgary.
Oh, great. Well, thank you so much, Wario, and congratulations on, again, it sounds like a fairly successful time in Canada, tour in Canada, and you're getting out just as the snow is going to fly in not that long. So lucky you. Get to go back to the beach for
I know,
the winter months.
And I'm only going the 29th of this month.
So you might see some snow.
We might. Or maybe if we don't find it where we are, we're going to try to find it somewhere. We're going to go to the mountains and try to catch some.
Nice. Well, lastly, I'm going to be playing a song called Aunque Me Maldigas. Yeah. Can you tell us about this song?
Aunque Me Maldigas. That song is the second song I wrote. And this is like 16 years ago. But I never put the music in it because I needed the right people to participate in music in. The song is a ballad. It's a fast ballad that talks about losing and recover. Basically, reject whatever it's hurting you, and you don't realize till you finally decide to change. So, aunque me maldigas, the meaning of the word in Spanish to English will be even if you forsake me, and or even if you curse me, or no matter if you curse me. And I wrote it specifically because when I lost my brother, Bernardo, it took me a long time to get out of the hole of depression. I guess it was depression. I don't know how to call it. I never felt. I always said I wasn't depressed, but I started not going to the school. I started not finishing my thing in the university. I focused more on the music, on the drinking, and spending time with other people instead of with myself. I stopped going to the university, and then one day I said, everything I want to do is just go to sleep and dream about my brother. Get drunk and think about my brother.
Right.
Do other things and think about my brother. And the day I decided not to anymore and just let him go, I wrote that song.
Wow.
Which is, you can put it in different sides of life, like giving up an addiction, giving up a relationship, giving up a pet, giving up a friend, giving up a job, whatever. You can read the song in Spanish and do the translation in English, and it's about just letting go and change.
Well, thank you very much, Wario.
You're welcome.
That was Wario Hernandez Torres, singer for Puerto Vallarta band The Beast. It's The Beast, B34STMX. They're also playing a few more shows in Alberta, including White Courts at the Eagle River Casino on October 6th and 7th, LB's in St. Albert on October 8th, and Bunkers Live in Edmonton on October 13th.